Hey everyone, it's Schnitzel time again, whatever the hell that means. This is a replay sent in by CoolUmbrella between him as the Beastman and Vicious Satsuma as the Greenskins. So let's see what the armies look like starting out for the Beastmen. A front line of Gorher with shields, three of them, just a little bit better than regular um, Ungors with sword and board or spears, just a little bit better. Make sure these greenskins don't just punch their way straight through your front line. A couple Ungor Raiders, a couple Pharaoh Manticores, Doom Bull, which, ooh, I love the Doom Bull. You don't see him enough, as cool as he is with his abilities, which let's look at him. Slaughterous Call, giving everything around him. Charge bonus leadership and plus 10 melee attack. Blood Greed for himself, giving him an immune psychology, a melee attack charge bonus once he's in combat. That's really good. Not having your lord be terrified away by a monster is pretty nice. And then Barb Knuckle Boxing. I absolutely love this ability. Just the name and the idea behind it. He just gets really good at boxing for a second and just smacks you down. If you look at him, I mean, he doesn't have anything besides his fists and a gauntlet, so one of my favorite looking models in the game for sure. A Brace Shaman of Beasts with, I think, just the transformation of Kadan. Pretty normal. I mean, the meme's always been a Shaman of Manticore summoning, right? And the Jabberslythe coming in with his beautiful self. Let's get a look at him. Ooh, so pretty. Ooh, you'd really like to have him as a pet, I think. I mean, he'd be great at family gatherings. Anyways, for the Greenskins, a large core of Goblin Wolf Rider Archers and the Death Creepers. Don't really see these guys a lot. They have poison on their missiles and their attacks, and they regenerate. So a very annoying, sticky unit for the Greenskins. A backline of Force Goblin Spider Riders. It's just harassing anything the Beastmen might bring. They could harass these Ungor Raiders. They could just hold the line anywhere that it might be collapsing. A bunch of goblins in the front line. Looks like four. Some orc biggins, two black orcs, giant river troll hag, rocking the mither, and the spirit leech, and Grom the Paunch with, it just looks like Language of the Boys and Lucky Banner. Oh, and the Great Uns is here. So his full kit. Grom the Paunch, always a good pick in almost any matchup for the Greenskins, except maybe High Elves. Anyways, let's get it going. The Gore Herd Ungor line is just going to push straight up. Going to get harassed a lot by these Goblin Wolf Rider Archers. Sorry, the names for Greenskin units are sometimes so confusing. But they can be repelled by these Ungor Raiders, really because of the shields and the loose spacing. This is not a bad trade for the Beastmen, but they only have so much infantry to stand on, so this might end up being a bad deal to just sit here and take it. Definitely need to move up and get an engagement going. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Feral Manticores coming in to pressure some of these skirmish cav away. And yeah, just waiting for the lines to come together. Lots of skirmish fire coming into the front line, weakening it up, softening it up quite a lot. Oh, but I didn't even see it. A huge Vanguard force. I thought this army was a little small, and I didn't even see it. Look at that. That's how good of an ambush it was. Chaos Warhound springing out. Senegor is in the back line, crumping on these Forest Goblin Spire Riders. Tuskor Chariot. How did I not see that? I am an amazing caster, guys. Send your videos my way. Anyway, so now the Greenskins in complete anarchy in the back line, trying to salvage what remains of this light cavalry and get onto this Tuskor Chariots and possibly take out all this mobility. Meanwhile, the Beastmen are pulling out. Now it makes a little bit of sense why they were hanging back slightly. An Ungor Raider getting kind of left behind. I'm sure he'll catch up eventually. Yeah, now that the Greenskins have kind of lost the cohesion of their army structure, this gives a lot of opportunity to the Beastmen to cause massive disruption wherever they go. The Jabberslythe getting in here into the Black Orcs would be huge. Just, getting that Mortis Engine effect on them. I mean, sure, it only applies... Oh, but not the Biggins. The Biggins is pretty good for killing this Jabberslythe. They're gonna tear him down if he's there too long, especially with the Focus Fire. Yeah, Beastmen are finally getting into melee combat. Ooh, the Manticore is diving in on the giant River Troll Hag, but there's also some Orc Biggins and Grom in the area, so I don't foresee this working out very well, and a rage is about to happen. Unless these Centaurs can come in and get rid of some of the stuff surrounding these Manticores, they will be lost to this fight. A third Manticore being sent in against the giant River Troll Hag, just throwing everything at the wall to get rid of that Hag. The Jabberslythe now has some support. Now it can probably dive into these Orcs and Orcs Biggins and, you know, start getting its Mortis Engine effect going and have a fight where it can gain some value more easily. Terror routes ensuing. And it's just turned into a giant chaotic blob fight at this point. Over here, the Centaur is weaving in and out. The giant River Troll Hag's still in combat, but probably not for long, considering that she's going to be terrified away any moment now. And, and she's hanging in there. Maybe she was already terrorized and came back, I'm not sure. But now the Jabberslythe comes into this blob, and this is where the Jabberslythe wants to be. It lives in these kinds of blob fights. The Beastmen forcing this kind of an engagement out was pretty huge. The Greenskins could have probably maintained their composure, kept their lines in check. This Jabberslythe would have had a very hard time getting its value. But now it's just, you know, it's going to start tearing everything apart just by virtue of being in this blob and fighting. The giant River Troll Hag made it out, and so did Grom, but you know they're just kind of leaving their infantry to go die in their place, which obviously is better than them dying. But something is going to have to sway this back into the Greenskins' favor, because the Beastmen are just running away with this game. Yeah, I think this could be a short one. I haven't watched this replay, but I don't really see the Greenskins coming back from this unless Grom can pull some amazing amounts of weight. The giant River Troll Hag being attacked. She does have regeneration, so if she can make it out of here, she could live, but Ungor's now shooting her. And now here comes the Doom Bull. Buffs pop, possibly? Oh, no, he's going straight for that Hag. The Doom Bull wants the Hag, and her sack of meat and all gets tossed across the thoroughfare here, and yeah, I don't see her wanting to come back, especially with the Ungors poking her in the booty as she leaves. I don't see her wanting to fight anymore today. Yeah, and the Greenskins are just in complete disarray, and I'm pretty sure the Beastmen have just ran away from this. The Jabberslythe about to come in. The Black Orcs will not be able to hold, with the Jabberslythe constantly draining them. They're too low to keep their leadership above 50% to prevent that Mortis Engine effect. The Jabberslythe will just destroy all of what's left to Sec for Grom, and the Doom Bull can probably fight Grom without his buffs pop pretty well. Not really sure how that fight would go down. Let's see if we can see if they decide to go at it for a bit. Grom pulls in to fight the Doom Bull. Manticore comes in rage, just, you know, slapping anything that moves. It's too pissed off to know what it's doing. Grom extricates himself, but whew, yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before a mass rout happens. Army losses are probably about 10 seconds away, I'd guess. Now Grom is fighting. Yep, there it is, and the concession comes in from Satsuma, it looks like. And that was a short victory, but that ambush in the back, I can't believe I didn't see that coming. You know, I already considered recasting it, but I think that kind of shows that was a good ambush when even I didn't see it coming, and I could see the units. Let's look at the value. Doom Bull, 900, not so hot. I think he cost around like 1,700 with the kit that he was brought with. Not so great. He didn't take that much damage. He probably could have done a lot more value if he had an opportunity to get on a single entity. He really wants to get in on a single entity and beat it down. Beastcaster, summoning its mana cores and staying alive. That's pretty good for it. The Chaff, not doing so hot. The Raider's not really that great either. The star of the show was this backline ambush and the Jabberslythe. But the Jabberslythe didn't even get that much value. It was all in this backline ambush. Once the ambush occurred, the leadership situation was just out of control. The Greenskins were routing in every single direction, and it probably became just way too hard to maintain any semblance of cohesion within this army once it happened. Grom not paying, neither the Troll Hag. The Chaff getting worked through pretty effectively. The Biggins, only one paying for themselves. The Black Orcs getting shut down. The Riders getting shut down. Really, the only thing in this army that did fairly passably as this big skirmish core cav, skirmish cav core, and it still didn't even do that great. This was just a really effective ambush. Once that went down, I'm not sure what I would have done to try to get value out of some of these units. And that waiting maneuver at the beginning, just to make sure everything kind of collapsed in at the same time, was really good and led to a pretty swift and decisive defeat for the Greenskins, I think. So a bit of a short one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, come by on my Twitch channel sometimes where we do all kinds of games. And free-for-alls, 2v2s, 1v1s, all that kind of stuff is welcome. Drop a subscribe if you want to see when more videos come out. Thanks again for CoolUmbrella for sending this video in. If you want any of your videos casted, just go ahead and send them in to me. I'll post a link to my Discord in the chat. And y'all have a great day. Schnitzel out of here.